All right, we both know this movie's a total riot, and you have so many different looks throughout this movie playing all the different characters.
Yeah.
So speaking of looks, let's talk about your look right now, and tell me how you don't age. What's the secret? I need to know.
I've been trying to, I don't know. I always say black don't crack unless you smoke it, and I've never tried it. So I think I've been trying to grow this hair on my face to actually make me look a little bit older, and it's not working. Looks like I stole my dad's nappy beard and wore it to school.
People have worse problems. That's a good thing that you look so young. That's
thank you.
amazing.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Now, who was your favorite sextuplet to play?
I think I love them all.
It's hard to pick, huh?
But I would say Ethan.
That was my favorite.
I just liked the way his mentality was. When he was in the breastfeeding class, he goes, enough of all the sun, the moves, and the straw. Where them breasts is at? He's just because he was like the one guy that could say anything. And he started off so lascivious and dark, and then by the end when he has his scene and he's, talking about, how he's softening up and how she did right by him. He just was. He made you love him. So he's like a really fun shapeshifter. And then I would say I had a lot of fun playing Jasper because I've never played a dark character and played Jasper. I thought that was fun.
I don't know how you do all that. That's my next question.
It's a crazy man.
Is how on earth do you? Sometimes I even had to remember. I'm like, was he really playing all these characters? Because you look so different, you act so different, you form all these completely different characters, and you're all in the same scene together. So what does one of those scenes look like from your end when you're filming it? Just one right after the other.
Oh man, it's craziness. You have to. If I got 4 people in the scene, I got to do the scene 4 different times, and I got to react. Sometimes there's stand-ins there, like my nephew was at my Alan stand-in, my nephew Greg, but sometimes there's not, and I'm just talking to a stick. And that's most of the time was me talking to a stick with a pink thing on top. So I had to remember the cadence of how I said things, but I had an earwig in my head so I could hear my dialogue, but I had to remember what I was doing. So I had to react to exactly what I was doing so it looked like a conversation. And
magic.
And it was crazy. It was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. And this is a movie. Should have filmed it in 100+ days for $100 million. We did it for 28 million in 50 days.
Whoa.
And someone almost died doing it, and that would be me.
Wow, yeah, I can imagine. That's a lot of roles to take on.
It's craziness.
And be honest, were any of these characters based on your real life siblings?
Okay, I would say Dawn is a combination of a few of my sisters.
Can I hear a few of them?
No, you ain't.
I know
that's
names.
why. That's
You're
why.
a smart man.
That's why I threw a few of them together.
Okay. Smart
and the
man.
mom is similar to my mom.
Okay, I love that.
The sweetness of my mom.
If you were to take a road trip and you could only choose one real life sibling of yours, who would it be? Because Russell and Alan had some great times in the car, crazy adventures. So who would you choose out of all your siblings in real life?
I'd probably choose Keenan.
Okay.
I would
Solid
say
choice.
Sean, but I already know so much about him.
I see.
Keenan's a little older and he's more calm, and it would be good to just sit and talk. And me and Damon talk all the time, so it'd be good to really just chill with my big bro.
And what would be the song that you guys would have to have on your road trip playlist?
Keenan, don't listen to music. Just open up the windows. Keenan ain't trying to hear no loud music.
All right, last question. You're in one of my favorite movies of all time, Requiem for a Dream. It's been 19 years. What's the one memory you have from making that movie?
Darren Aronofsky having me come out to New York in February to walk around the streets with my shirt off. Because when we was filming Winter in New York, it was going to be summer. So he wanted me to remember how cold it was, so that when we filmed the winter scenes in July, I remember how cold it was. And I said, Darren, you didn't have to do this. I grew up here with no heat in my apartment.
Oh, wow.
I know cold. So, but that was something that I remember.
Wow, I bet you'll remember that forever.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Watch your head.
Really good. Oh, I see it.
Thank you.
Will you take it just really? Or here, we'll do it. She said really fast. I'll let you do
Okay,
that.
and ready in the next one?
I'm just making a mess.